truly surprised elves. You have skedaddled northwards, rapidly flying over the island of Surugu
Hmm.
and making your way towards the goblin village that you and your friends had found before. Alighting
Uh.
outside its surface, you disembark with your posse of mid-level mercenaries and are now faced with the twin goblin samurai guards of the town with its little wooden palisade and its gates closed.
Oh shit! I don't know how to talk Goblin.
As soon
Edric.
as you say so, Edric goes, "Don't worry, I got you on this," and
Okay.
casts a spell which allows you to speak all languages.
All right. I don't quite remember. And I'm saying this out loud to my crew. The proper gestures to make sure that they're not intimidated by us approaching. So I'm going to take my swords and put them on the ship, and have my hands up as I walk towards them to show that I'm not a threat.
Okay.
Uh, so when I do that, you guys, if whatever happens, just I just want to be as friendly with them. They obviously are cautious, and rightfully so. So don't approach until I wave you on over. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I get off the ship, and I
Mhm.
have my hands raised, and I slowly approach until hopefully they recognize me. I would think. I don't
I
remember if I
mean,
was.
yeah, you were. And as the tall figure in heavy golden armor with a
Mm-hmm.
fur coif and a fur mantle and a big uh, aquamarine cape and a long canvas coat that you
Yeah.
constantly drink out of.
Yeah.
You cut the fairly memorable figure. So yeah, as soon as you're within easy talking distance, Gleep and Tomb sort of wave at you and go, "Hey, hello."
Hey, friend. How are you?
Ah, you can speak Goblin now.
Well, yes, temporarily. It's a magic thing, but
Ah,
yeah. Unfortunately, there's not really an easy way to learn how to speak it, but if I had the opportunity, obviously I would pursue it. I wish I could say that I was visiting on healthier terms, but there is something
oh
that
God, you're here to kill us.
no.
I knew this day would come.
On the other hand,
Kill me first.
no, I'm not going to. I have no weapons, no swords, but there is a danger that needs to be discussed.
Oh,
So, and I guess, do we have somewhere where we can sit and talk? And
we're not. Let me get cream.
mm,
And Gleep so it goes up to the door, knocks on it a bunch of seemingly random times, and it opens a crack, and he slips inside, closes. And you're waiting there a few minutes before finally it opens again, and out comes Cream, the uh, partially metal skulled, lazy eyed leader of these goblins. And he makes his way out to you and goes, "Hey, Akio, how you doing?"
hey, Cream. I'm doing all right. I have a sword
Good,
that I've
good.
always had, back on the ship though, but I'm
Yeah, I
not
remember
here.
that sword. It's very nice. It's got a big
Yeah.
jewel and everything.
Like, yep. Yep. And to the back of my head, I'm just screaming like I just still don't understand what happened. Okay. Uh, I wish I could tell you that the visit was, just to check up on you guys, say hello. But unfortunately, I
You're here to
come with
kill us.
no.
Ah, well,
On the other hand, there
well,
is
this
something.
conversation is already better than what I was expecting. I'll be honest.
There is a force coming to kill everything that's on the island.
Oh shit! Everything
As far as like, well, at least
like
related to
like ants and stuff.
no.
What
I
about
don't.
okay? How about a little size bigger? What about birds?
That's a bit harder. Okay, everything related to me and mainly, if you remember her, the little what are you again, Sada?
Sada Ryudo, the daimyo of your big hunkin' kingdom around here. Yes, I remember. I spoke to her at length.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. So, I don't remember if we talked to you about our like rivalry. Well, not even rivalry, our ongoing uh
I
fight
gleaned that
against.
you're some sort of rebel against a bigger thing, that your government is not really a big government, it's a little government, and there's a big government that wants to murder your little government for reasons that
Yeah,
I don't entirely grok, but I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
well, we got a series of wins, and now we've picked up the notice of said big thing, and they're coming with a bigger force than us, and they're probably gonna come and wipe out the island of anything that's related in terms of a resource ally, or comrades of Sadr Yodo, which includes, I unfortunately would presume, this little village of yours.
Ah,
Not
crap.
at least.
We bet on the wrong horse.
Well, no. See, at the moment, we're on the opportune of visiting any potential allies and recruiting them. And admittedly, we don't know when they will come, which is somewhat advantageous. Um, and mainly, well, when that time comes, we can see how it plays out. But I'm here to offer three decisions, I guess. And obviously, whatever you decide, that's of your own will. I am not exactly a employee of Soda's Kingdom, but I did come with the concern of employing, I am her ally. So,
So, what, you want to help?
well, yeah, I'm going to be fighting for Sada. I guess you could say that I've come to appreciate this place. It's a nice. I mean, it's my home.
Well,
Seeing
yeah,
it.
and like you travel with it all the time, so I figured that you were gonna be like sticking around when things got topsy-turvy. Otherwise, you'd be a pretty, fair weather friend, as they say. But
Well,
you
well, yeah.
asking us to help, that's, I mean, look, Akio, I got like 700 goblins behind me. It's not exactly the biggest force that ever crossed the great sea of sails or whatever. I don't even know what that is. But
All right.
the thing is, like, I don't know about about like what I could really do practically, considering that my nascent movement of non-murderous goblins is on sort of shaky ground for internal reasons that I would prefer not to get into. But well, hey. Mm,
Well, that kind of leads into the other two decisions. The second one, if you don't wish to fight, is, and I would try to figure out somehow how to do this, is to move you guys into a safer place. No offense to where you guys are, but I kind of don't feel comfortable with the invasion force, which we don't have any information on from whence they're going to be coming, potentially coming and hitting you guys first with no way for us to reach out. It would be a damn shame if, you know, something were to happen to you guys. You're kind
well,
of,
yeah,
you're
we
kind
are a
of,
little bit exposed out here. The one good thing is that we're so small of a settlement that we're pretty easy to go unnoticed. I mean, you didn't realize we were here for friggin' years. But
yeah,
thing is, while I would love to like pick up and leave these dirt hovels that we've been living in, look, honestly, I don't have a lot of building material here. We have the wherewithal, we just don't have the actual infrastructure and materials necessary to build a village of comfort and stability. But we can't really leave. We're kind of tethered to the spot right now. And look, how much do you know about goblins?
Would I have to roll for that?
You can roll knowledge local.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think it would be knowledge local because they're humanoids, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In a way, yeah.
1 second, I'm not logged in. For shame, Nuva. For
For shame. Jake's even logged in.
no, he's
Because,
not.
because I'm guessing he left the tab open or something. He's in the roll
No, he's
20.
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I mean.
what the fuck is happening? Why are you fighting? Who's Dave Shepard?
What?
Wait, why am I in Tomb's thing?
I
Whoa.
don't because Tomb must have been in it recently and it
I must have
went to
clicked
the
the wrong
front of
thing.
your queue.
Yeah.
Should we kill Aristus? There we go. Oh, there he is.
I'm not sure because I actually haven't been in my Call of Cthulhu game there for a while, so I don't know why it pops at the top there.
Someone else may have gone into it.
Maybe, yeah. Like
You're
Nova
a
did
fool
right
and
now.
You're a fool and a liar. Anyways. Come on, stop. Oh my god. Firefox had a new update and I like most of the new stuff, but it seems to have slowed down Roll20. Give me a sec. Come on. There we go. Block. Akio. Open up a new tab. Expand. Character sheet. Skills. Knowledge local is untrained. I'm assuming I know jack shit. It's 5.
You
I don't know.
know nothing.
Whoa. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, there's I guess from your perspective, there's not a lot to know. It's kind of there's these little green people, and they pop out of the floorboards sometimes, and they kill a bunch of people. If you let them, otherwise it's just a nuisance. And then there's a lot of them, and you can never quite figure out where they come from, eh? Look, we got. If you notice behind me, he gestures behind him, got a lot of male and female goblins, but if you notice, they're all adults. See, goblins typically don't procreate in the way that you do. We might start, but we're not called to do that. And I use call very purposefully. There is a pit that goblins create using these cores that replicate themselves every so often for a new pit to be created. And as goblins spawn out of the big goopy ooze that these cores create in the pit. And then we go out and we knock one of you guys over the head. We drag you back to the pit and they throw you in and melts you down and turns you into more goblins. That's how goblins get made typically. And the reason that we all do that without any conscientious objective goblins going, hey, maybe this whole genocidal crap isn't the best way to go about things, especially in the world where there's a whole lot of people who may take umbrage to that and make our lives very short and miserable. Because the thing in that pit, that core, it's got a sort of connection to us, and it makes us. It's always a garbled command, but once it gets into your head, you do that thing for goblin kind to make goblin kind the only kind. So that's what's beneath us right now. And I don't want to leave it alone because it's gonna start spawning a new goblin without us here. And then that goblin's gonna do his own thing, and then you're gonna have a whole new goblin problem without me around here to knock a big lead helmet on his head so he can't hear the murder voice anymore.
Huh. Wow, that's a lot of responsibility. I didn't even. Huh.
Yeah, it's funny the things you learn when half your brain is hanging out and gets replaced by a nice lead lined permanent hat.
Yeah.
He knocks on the back of his head.
Man. And I. Akio's scratching his head. I. So there's really no option here. But I don't want to leave you guys defenseless.
Well, hey, I mean, we won't be defenseless. We can defend ourselves, although if from the force that you're describing, it probably murder us all. You're right. Thing is, maybe if you can, like, I don't know, create some place that we can go instead where I can send most of these goblins, and then me and like a few other people stick around and make sure that the pit doesn't do anything stupid, like create a whole bunch of angry goblins. Uh,
Hmm.
well,
What? That maybe I'd have to check with. Is that really a thing that I don't think? You know what? I'll go check with my crew. I'll be right back, Kareem.
oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that's something that you probably need to do and get permission from the bigwigs, but you know, it might help. Or you can figure out a way to destroy the pit, but I don't know how to do that, frankly. I imagine hitting it with a stick will eventually do something, but I don't know if it's going to be something good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So you wouldn't mind if the pit was not there?
Oh no, fuck that pit. That
Would you
pit
mind if
is a bad pit.
would you mind if I took a crack at it?
You want to kill the pit?
I kind of
I
assume
warn
that's
you, that pit, it's got some fire in it. It'll fight back. It's not just some puddle of goo that you can like reach in, pull out the core, and like crush it in your pretty gauntleted hand there. It's gonna try and eat you and turn you into goblins. It's also gonna turn itself into goblins to try and kill you. And it's just gonna be a whole mess. But hey, if you want to try it, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
describe the pit. Is it like
It's a pit. It's a depression in the ground in which is about 3 feet of green, slightly luminescent goo, which occasionally pops out a goblin. Somewhere in the middle of that pit, about I should mention, it is a pit about 20 feet in diameter. There is this thing that is controlling it, sort of like I don't know. You ever see a giant amoeba? Has that thing floating in it? That's
uh
never mind. Don't worry. It's got a pit. It's got a core thing. It's about the size of and he mimes size about the size of a basketball. and that's the thing that I presume you'd have to kill. I don't know how to do that, but yeah,
You know
break
what?
that, the pit should die.
You know what? I've got my archers with me. I wonder. I'll be right. Let me go get my. Would it be okay if my?
I mean, shooting an arrow into it, for one thing, you don't know where the pit is. The core is. You know where the pit is.
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing about the core is that, or rather the pit, is that that green goo isn't just for show. It's highly acidic. Like, that'll melt you down real fast. And you try firing an arrow in that, it's going to be turned into arrow soup in about 2 seconds.
Hmm. Have you tried drowning it?
But in water, yeah, it's not water soluble. It can exist underneath the whole mess of water. I know this because water goblins are a thing.
I didn't even know water goblins were a thing.
Yeah, you probably don't want to meet a water goblin. They're not that good.
Well, yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, with the whole, mind control to kill everything thing. But, just even when I was going hard for the kill all humans, I thought the water goblins were kind of like, they're a little extreme.
Hmm.
Don't like them types.
I wonder what other options we could do with.
I mean, you could try fighting the thing. Maybe it'll get tired.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to do it by myself though, if that's all right with you.
I mean, that'd be stupid, so I recommend that.
Yeah. So let me get my
I see you
mercs.
got a
I've
bunch of
got.
guys, though, with you.
Yeah. With your permission, of course, I'll get them and we'll fight whatever's in that pit and see how that goes.
Heck yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, if you can do this, then yeah, we can move wherever you want us to move. It's the pit that's keeping us here, really. I need to keep
Mm-hmm.
an eye on it. It's the case. It's the fact of the matter. I can't leave.
All right.
But yeah, you get your goons. You make a mess of the pits, pots, and pans, and then bada bing, bada boom, we're out of here.
Yeah. All right. Let's give it a shot. Let me go
Okay.
explain the situation to them, and I do, I guess.
Yes. And they are up for a fight with a goblin pit, a rarely seen but very terrible entity on Logos. And that is where we'll pick up with your storyline
Ah,
next session.
all right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun
dun,
dun dun.
dun.
Well, that's some very interesting goblin lore.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't realize that they were produced by by a big
By
goop
budding.
goop bit
By
that eats
gelatinous
meat.
slime, yeah.
Yeah, I presume it probably eats the meat and like converts it into like protein and grows new goblins from it or
That
whatever.
that makes that for whatever reason, as you were talking about it, I'm imagining like, oh, so that's why goblins are found in like dungeons because there's like gelatinous slime, and they just kind of like would eat. They'll eat like a human, and then a goblin comes out, and I'm like, oh shit, that's dark.
That would be a pretty cool monster. Just a fucking like
And
one of
I'm
those cores
gonna,
moving around. Yeah.
well,
yeah,
spoiler alert, that is exactly what one of those are.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I, admittedly, because of a certain like story I was reading, was like, he's not gonna say they're from the moon, are they? And thankfully you didn't.
We do know they're from space though.
From
What?
space, they're from
Yeah.
a
Oh
previous
yeah, they're from a
Logos.
previous logos. Yeah.
Oh, from
Kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, from the beast that rise to short up planet, but their race got on like a big arc, but then the arc messed up, so they were stuck on it for
Seems to
like
be like
10,000 years, so they got all messed up and became goblins, I think.
that's a weird, unexpected, repeating element of goblins, which is like they're not from the plane that they're in. Like, why you said it? So goblins are a Lord of the Rings thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, at least the current iteration. Goblins are just their own race in Tolkien lore, right?
They're just
They're
small
not.
orcs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So they're like, are they like orcs are like former elves or whatever, right?
Hmm.
orcs are
Or
like
am I think?
weird monsters made from the muck and like in the Tolkien stuff, I think.
Ah,
Um.
okay.
Yeah. The genesis of orcs by Morgoth is something that I frankly do not recall from the Silmarillion, and
Yeah.
I'd have to reread it in order to answer that question certainly.
Yeah.
But I do remember in the Lord of the Rings movies, they did say that they were elves once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like really weirded out like whenever like the goblins are not from here. And I'm like, why is this is this from something? It's
I don't know.
weird.
I mean, it's a fun twist to put on goblins because they're
No,
usually
I know,
just
I
like
know.
lesser monsters. So
I just want to yeah, I was just very curious if that's
Yeah.
like from a thing.
yeah.
Now
All
they're
right.
lesser monsters from space.
Yeah.
From space.
This could be you if technology broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
it's
Alright.
almost Sunday again. So
Yeah.
Yep. I hope you
Yes.
enjoyed our very brief session.
Yes.
But
Very very exciting.
I forgot how
Okay.
much I enjoyed the goblins and their accent.
Oh,
it's
Sal's.
mostly just cream. But
Sal's.
yeah,
Can it be like any meat, or does it have to be like sentient creature for some reason, or is that a mystery you want to save?
that's a good question, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I
Mm.
can't ask it because I'm not there. So
No.
no. All right. But yes,
All right.
very very interesting. I'm excited to see what happens next on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
Yes.
you guys have a good night.
You
I'm
too.
glad you enjoyed it.
I'm gonna
I'll
watch
talk
more
to you
Invincible. It's very good.
later. Bye.
You as
I
well.
still need to watch that too. All right,
Yes.
see ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.